Welcome to Intro to Audiences. In this video, you're going to learn how to put together audiences that you can action on. Audiences in Unify are dynamic lists of companies or people that we can action on. Let's explore how to build an audience together. First, navigate to the Audiences tab on the left-hand side of your Unify instance. Then, in the upper right-hand corner, click New Audience. We're going to create a new audience for now, and this drops us into the Audience Creator mode. We'll want to give our audience a name, and then when we scroll down, we can see that we can define this audience across companies, people, or both. Let's explore how to define an audience using these companies filters. For now, some of the quick filters that you immediately see are companies that visit page views on our website with page views matching XYZ, companies that come from a refer domain, UTM parameters, or companies that have a certain opportunity size in our CRM. There are other configurable CRM specific filters that we can implement here as well, depending on which CRM you've connected and which filters you're enabling Unify to action on. First, let's build an audience of people visiting our pricing page. This is a common first play that you want to build. And to do this, all you have to do is click Page Views Matching, and then here, click the Page Views Matching toggle where any domain contains pricing. You can also specify how often they've needed to visit this page and within what duration. And on the left-hand side here, you can see the number of companies or people that are showing up for this audience, so you can get a sense of the quantity of people that meet this criteria. You can toggle between companies and people here. As you can imagine, you can update this to be any domain on your website. So you can mix and match these filters here and get really creative with your targeting. Another idea besides people visiting your page are people from a domain. For example, if you recently had a news article published about you, you could put that as the refer domain and action on all those people visiting your website from that newsworthy event. You can also configure visitors to your website from UTM parameters. This is great because when marketing and growth teams invest in paid ad campaigns, one way that you can make that investment go even further is by reaching out to select people within those UTM parameters with highly specific and relevant messaging. For example, let's say I want to target people that come from a paid LinkedIn campaign, and I can layer on UTM source is equal to LinkedIn, UTM campaign is equal to, and then whatever my campaign name is here. Finally, the remainder of these filters are all CRM specific. A common play you may also want to set up in the early stages is called closed lost reengage. These are opportunities in your CRM that for whatever reason they closed lost, and we might want to reach back out to them to see if things have changed. So I can say here, opportunity where stage is equal to closed lost, and I might even say that I want website activity, for example, page views, to be any domain in the last 30 days. This creates a really good audience because not only is it from people that previously interacted with us, but they're currently visiting our website. So that gives us a good reason to reach out and potentially re-engage. That's a high-level introduction to all the filters at the company level that we can implement to create an audience. Now let's take a look at the filters at the people level. Scrolling down, here are some of the out-of-the-box filters that we can use to create people to reach out to. For example, persona match. Now, personas are definitions of our ideal customer profile. When I select matches persona equals to founders of companies, this persona populates, and this is an audience that I could reach out to for a campaign. For example, inviting them to a specific founder event that might be relevant. Champion tracking and new hire tracking are similar plays that are both great ones to run. Champion tracking is when a champion or someone that you sold to previously changes jobs. It's a good opportunity to reach out to them because they might want to bring in your solution to their new company. Similarly, new hire tracking is another good play you may want to run because when someone starts a new job, this is an opportunity for them to reevaluate the tech stack and consider bringing in your solution. Website activity is another great filter. Here you can specify people that visited the website and let's just say the past 30 days. And we may want to add another condition here. We can say that match the persona of, let's just say, qualified sales leaders, for example. Under these CRM fields, we can specify people that match the contact owner, where owner is equal to, and then we can pick a person in your CRM. So this is good for rep level or account level plays. We can filter by job title if we're reaching out to a specific ideal customer profile. The last category of filters here are people that opened emails, replied, or clicked on links in our emails. For example, if they opened the email, but they did not reply, that might be a good reason to reach out with fresh new messaging to re-engage. Now, this concludes the high-level overview of all of the filters you can apply to create people audiences and company audiences. Let's create our first audience together. Let's say I want to target people visiting our pricing page that are the ideal customer profile for us. And let's just say in my example that those are heads of sales, heads of growth, and heads of marketing. Let's first give this audience a name. Pricing page visitors that are our ICP. Then let's select page views matching, where page views matching pricing. And then under people, let's turn on persona match, where matches persona equals heads of sales or heads of marketing or heads of growth. Great. And that's it. Let's go ahead and click create, and that will be our first audience.